Thank you for joining me as of January 2025. Today we bring you the story of a U.S. Navy veteran who faced the impossible choice and how America's most trusted name in news brought this world that he lived in crashing down. This man, Zachary Young, came home one day to find out that he was the poster child of CNN's new story that there was an Afghan black market operating surrounding paying extorted families for large sums of money to safely get their families out of Afghanistan. Or so they thought.
A Florida jury has found CNN defamed Navy veteran Zachary Young.
CNN's documentary painted him as an exploiter, suggesting that he was running a black market operation, in quotes, black market, preying on desperate refugees.
CNN featured Young in the story as the only named private contractor assisting in the Afghan evacuations. CNN referred to it as black market operations, later issuing an on-air apology over using the words black markets.
The truth? He worked with charities and corporations to cover evacuation fees, taking only what was really needed to keep his operation running.
Young contended he was contracted out by corporations and paid by them, never by Afghan refugees, calling the report completely false. While CNN contended their reporting was accurate at trial, the jury sided with Young, saying the report was materially false and done with at least negligence.
But why does this story matter? Because it exposes the raw nerve of modern journalism, where the line between reporting and destroying someone's life has become so dangerously blurred. Our veteran here used his PMV security experience to help the Afghan allies escape after the Taliban takeover. But CNN saw this very differently. They saw a scandal. So what did this Navy veteran give up? Really? It seems he gave up everything. His reputation, his business, his peace of mind.
Young argued the report put him in a negative light, painting him as a criminal.
If you enjoy videos like this, go ahead and click the like button, and we can get this out to more people just like you. What would you do to save a life? Would it have to be somebody in your family? Would it have to be some kind of a one-off situation? What if saving that life meant risking everything that you've built for your own life?
A security contractor who was featured in a November 2021 segment about the cost Afghan refugees were paying to leave the ravaged area following the U.S.-Afghanistan withdrawal.
Will his family be okay? That's the question that haunts me every second of the story. The answer isn't always what you might expect. His family extended far beyond the shores of the United States. It's the Afghan interpreters, it's the support staff who he worked with, all of his brothers and sisters in arms that he was getting these people out of Afghanistan for and with.
But the jury isn't done. Now a decision is to be made on the amount of punitive damages awarded, with the jury to hear testimony about CNN's finances, with CNN lawyers already making a case for the jury to show mercy.
So the new normal, CNN pays him $5 million. That's what CNN paid for the mistake, but can money really fix what's been broken? Our veteran won his defamation case, but at what cost? His reputation remains in tatters. He's marked by accusations of exploitation that spread faster than any retraction or lawsuit could pull back. And in the end, this isn't just a story about defamation or journalism gone wrong. It's about the price we pay for doing what's right, even when the world misunderstands your intentions. His family may have financial security now, but they're living in a much different world from before this piece. One where their brother, their son, their husband has to rebuild not just his livelihood, but his entire family's. And not just his livelihood, but his entire identity. So sometimes the truth comes with a price tag. But the real question is, who really pays? And when does the cost become too high? You know what's really messed up about all of this? We live in a world where news networks rake in millions from sensationalized stories, while real people's lives get torn apart. Here's this Navy veteran who's literally saving lives, working with charities, working with corporations, getting people out of danger, and CNN turns it into some wild story about the black market profiteering because what? It gets better ratings. The crazy part is we all just accept this as the new normal. News networks can just destroy this man's reputation, pay a fine when they get caught, and just keep going on. Meanwhile, this guy wins $5 million, but loses his reputation, his business, and probably his faith in the entire system. And for what? You know, a few minutes of sensationalizing this guy. Maybe the real lesson here isn't about defamation of journalism or even doing the right thing. Maybe it's about how we've built this ridiculous system where truth matters less than ratings, where helping people can get you labeled as a criminal. The only way to fix your reputation is to prove it was wrong in the first place, which kind of defeats the whole point of the American system. Maybe next time, instead of rushing to make everything so dramatic and make this big expose, we could just not. Just a thought. And if you want to see more Lawyer Cliff and stories like this, make sure to subscribe and click the video right over my shoulder for a video that's recommended specifically for you.